Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's right. I'm James Johnson. This is the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series Sunday night racing. How's everybody out there in YouTube land, the new home of Midwest Motorsports broadcast? We're going to go green for 100 laps tonight. And this is race 18 of 22. Only 5 races to go after this. The battle heats up. Dylan Fox, congratulations, has put it on the pole with a great lap. Chris Vinson in the 32 car will share the front row. Brandon Thayer and Justin Thaler, row 2. Aaron Holroyd, Sean Cunningham, row 3. Eric Thaler and Trevor Mack, row 4. Kevin Mayer and Ty Williams, row 5. Joseph Phelps and Michael Canaday, row 6. Robert Olavison, Clarence Prince, row 7. Norm Snyder, Landon Sprinkle, James Olavison, Chris Thaler, and Brandon Cotton round out the field. Track conditions are perfect tonight. .100 lap race with a competition caution at lap 10. So an early competition caution. Track conditions look great. 100-degree ambient. Oh, now it says 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to go racing. Perfect conditions. The 2.5 mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we get the green. Barney goes crazy. Dylan Fox steps on the loud pedal. Chris Vinson on the outside lane wants to argue over track position in turn 1. Here we go. 2 wide, farther in the back. Through the short chute for the first time. Cold tires. Sean Cunningham, Justin Thaler, and Brandon Thayer all fighting for 3rd spot. Trevor Mack and Eric Thaler fighting for 7th and 8th. Ty Williams looks inside Kevin Mayer for a top 10 spot. But up front, Chris Vinson wins the battle from Dylan Fox as they round turn 3 for the very first time. Justin Thaler brings out the Castrol number 2 tonight as we head down the long front stretch past the first lap. Joe Phelps in the 57, right behind Ty Williams and Kevin Mayer. Trevor Mack and Kevin Mayer going side by side. Kevin Mayer sneaks up on the outside. Now Ty Williams wants some of the action too. Trevor Mack dives in early. See if that doesn't compromise his exit speed. As up ahead, Justin Thaler finally is able to clear Sean Cunningham. And now Sean Cunningham gets an attack from Aaron Holroyd. Aaron Holroyd brings a new paint tonight. Not sure I recognize that. Looks good from distance. The U.S. Coast Guard, maybe we have seen it before. He settles down. Sean Cunningham leaves the door open on the exit of Tuve. They go down the long back stretch side by side. Aaron Holroyd in the 73 on the inside. He has worked on the paint a little bit. That C-pillar has some orange in it that I haven't seen before. It looks great. And Aaron slides up behind JT. Takes over position number 5. Nice drive in there from Aaron Holroyd. Trevor Mack on the inside still. Aaron Holroyd, I'm sorry, of Ty Williams. The snap on number 81. Single file, gosh, these cars look awesome. Going around here. Brandon Thayer leads the train. This is what Eric Thaler sees over his right shoulder. Into the short chute between turns 3 and 4. Sooner arc to get some clean air on his nose. Let's see if that pays off on exit. Right up on the bumper of the 71. And side by side now we go. And Eric tucks back in. Kevin Mayer in the 77 gets a good run. Let's see if he can get around the Godfather, Eric Thaler. Kevin getting clean air on his nose. See if he can get a good exit out of turn 3. And maybe give Eric a bump draft around the car in front of the 71 of Sean Cunningham. Great entry there from Kevin Mayer. Just a little touch on the back of Eric Thaler, letting him know, hey, listen, if you can't get past the 71, don't back me up. See if I can give it a shot. Sorry, you don't have the ticker up. We're halfway to the competition caution. Once again, race 18 of 22. Justin Thaler now looking on the outside of Brandon Thayer. Not quite this time. Still has Aaron Holroyd right on his bumper. And a race for the lead now. It's Chris Vinson and Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox wants that pole position, wants that P1 back, and the race for the lead is on. Here they come, right into your living room. Side by side, one more time now out of turn 4. Is Dylan Fox going to get it this time? We have to watch to find out. Across the yard of bricks they go. Chris Vinson has it. One more time. Dylan Fox. In the 61, blue and black. Chasing the red double striped 32. The Chevrolet of Chris Vinson. Awesome racing. Thanks to everybody for showing up tonight. 19 cars. Working lap 7. Chris Vinson goes defensive early to break the slipstream from Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox knows there's no points. Look at Aaron Holroyd defending. Most of these guys, while we were watching the leaders, most of these guys got around Brandon Thayer. And Kevin Mayer slides up in front of Sean Cunningham, but side by side for Aaron Holroyd and Justin Thaler. Brandon gets a double slipstream, and now he's got the 15 of Eric Thaler looking on the inside as well. 4 wide they touch. Coming out of turn 2. I'm sorry, turn 1. Kevin Mayer sees it happen. Brandon Thayer Eric gets on the white line, a little slippery on the exit of 2. That's going to allow Kevin Mayer to get a run on the outside. Eric Thaler does a great job keeping the car controlled. But up ahead, you see Justin Thaler and Aaron Holroyd side by side still. Here comes the 71. What a great race we're having. This is Midwest Motorsports Cup Series at its best, and do not count Ty Williams and the 81 out either. Anything can happen as these guys race. Justin Thaler comes in before the count caution. Little strategy, going to get a track position and maybe a lap lead as the guys decide to pit after him. Nobody else follows him into the pits. Justin Thaler. Caution comes out. Everybody catch your breath. Brandon Cotton's going to get back on the tail of the lead lap. So good for you, Brandon. Still has a little green on the number 5. I see it. What once was a full green car. But your leader right now is Chris Vinson in the 32. Congratulations to you, sir. Everybody's slowing up, waiting for Barney to catch up. Chris Vinson finally is able to woe it down enough. No passing. All right, now Barney's got control of the field. It is a Mustang. Took him a little while to catch back up. Just in time for everybody to come in the pits. I'm going to assume, except for the number 2 of Justin Thaler. See if anybody else stays out. See if I can pull Justin in here for a sec. We'll see if he minds. You know, Justin Thaler was the only one to stay out, pulling a little strategy as everybody else comes in to finally get pits in the race off pit lane. But hey, Justin, it's James in the booth. You got me?
How you doing? Yeah.
I'm great, man. I'm great. Pulling a little strategy here. Is that something you thought about? I saw you going side by side with Aaron Holroyd. Was that just to get away from him?
No. Yeah, I just figured maybe mix it up a little bit. Didn't get a point for pole, so hopefully get at least something for leading the lap if I don't get to finish. I'm hoping for, obviously, and did a little fuel calculation, so think we'll be okay here. So long race, still 90 to go, so figured I'd just pull a little strategy. It's something I don't know if anybody else thought about doing or not, but I figured I could maybe jump the comp caution here, get a little track position.
Only going to be like a lap short, and you can make that up pretty easily. So, with shorter fuel load this season, it's turned out great with a lot of green flag stops. We're hoping for more green flag stops tonight. But only 2 sets of tires on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Tire selection is going to be critical. Nobody else is listening. It's just me and you in the box up here. You thought about your plan, or are you going to make it a game time decision as well?
Yeah, I did quite a bit of testing earlier today just to see what the tire wear would be like over a few runs. So tire management for sure is going to be key, and probably everybody's going to be happy to know that I suck at it. So we're going to see what happens. I tried my best there that first run just to help maintain the space.
Right on. We got the choose coming up. I'll let you
go. Top. Sorry about that.
No, thanks for joining us, Justin. Really appreciate it. We'll be watching, man. Chris Vinson's been bad fast. Dylan Fox has been bad fast. Looking forward to a great cup race. We'll be watching.
Yep. Thanks, buddy. Have fun.
Thanks. That's Justin Thaler. Send him back to his happy place away from me in his ear, bugging him. But Chris Vinson was able to get off of the pit lane in first. So Justin Thaler in the 2 car gets a point for leading a lap, bonus points. Brandon Thayer, second off pit road, makes a good jump. All right. See a couple of guys on YouTube. Give us a chat, man. Let us know what you think. What are the storylines you're going to be following? Only 2 sets of tires. So far, everybody's been clean. Do you think that clean racing, everybody on their best behavior, will continue? What do you think, chat? Thanks again to everybody for joining us on YouTube. Appreciate everybody. Welcome back, Norm Snyder. He's back from visiting nursing homes in Florida. We're not sending him down to one yet, but he's got his buddy outside him, Chris Thaler. Hopefully they can get a 2-bedroom. And Michael Kennedy joining us tonight. Thanks, Michael. Welcome to Midwest Motorsports. There he is. And the arrow number 35. All right, we are going racing again. Justin Thaler in the Castrol number 2 Dark Horse Mustang is going to bring us to the green flag with Chris Vinson on the inside. Justin Thaler steps on it just in time. And we're racing again. No more competition cautions. It's only natural cautions from here on out. The entire field streaks by. Chris Vinson not giving up. On the inside, and he takes it. All right, so Justin Thaler now 1 lap short on fuel. I don't think that's going to be a factor later. Chris Vinson still under attack. Justin Thaler has Brandon Thayer, now Aaron Holroyd. Dylan Fox tries to cut off Eric Thaler. Finally leaves the room. Eric takes over the 3rd spot. Can Dylan Fox, your pole sitter, cross over in the black and blue? Ford. Chevy 444. Top 4 run. Move Chris Vinson up a spot. Aaron Holroyd, Brandon Thayer going side by side with Sean Cunningham in the 71. Right behind him. And Kevin Mayer continues to look racy in that Bass Pro Shop number 76. Aaron Holroyd is side by side with Brandon Thayer. Brandon Thayer on the inside. Aaron leaves plenty of room in the Coast Guard 73. Ford 90-degree corners of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tyrone gets a little excited off of turn 4. Trevor Mack slides in his slipstream. Trying to find some clean air on their nose. 71 Sean Cunningham bucks in early. Takes a good set. See if he can carry that momentum. No change up front. Aaron Holroyd and Brandon Thayer. Brandon Thayer slides down into the wall. Aaron Holroyd, we're riding with him. off his right front fender. The sun glaring in his eyes as they round turn 4, and it's a drag race down the front stretch. Across the line, Aaron Holroyd gets credit for 5th position that lap. Brandon Thayer keeps them honest. These guys are really close. No strangers if you remember what happened in Talladega. Those two were coming to the line. Side by side and made contact. I think they agreed it was probably 50-50. Depending on who you ask, it was 100% the other person's problem. The other person's fault, but both of them crashed at Talladega. It was so exciting. Does that carry over into Indianapolis? Maybe not early in the race. We're working lap 17, starting lap 18 now. Still side by side. Line is turning up front. We're not missing anything. This battle has gone on for 3 laps now. Aaron Holroyd, Brandon Thayer. Brandon Thayer is currently in the top 5 in points. Needs every position he can get and takes over, slides over in front. Aaron Holroyd. Joe Phelps way down on the inside, breaking in the draft. But Brandon and Aaron go side by our line of stern now. Sean Cunningham looking for a way around. Kevin Mayer is tired. Probably will start to show a little bit of wear now. Like we talked about with Justin Taylor. One competition caution break. Only 2 sets of tires on the floor. So maybe 30 laps. I think 15 to 20 laps on fuel. Real dicey. Joe Phelps way up high. Now showing a lap down. Into the wall he goes. My guess is he had some damage. Wonder if he hit the wall. I see he's been blinking. Maybe he's having some blinking issues. Trying to stay out of everybody's way. Again, he's blinking some. And that may have been what happened. Went into the wall. By the time he came out of the wall, now he's all damaged. Still trying to stay out of everybody's way at the same time. Get out of the way for everybody so he can get in. And nice move, Joe. I know what that's like. Having blinking internet issues, not fun for anybody. Let's check out Clarence Prince. He's got a new orange paint. Following Landon Sprinkle right in front of him. Clarence Prince currently 11th, fighting to get into that top 10. Looking at Landon Sprinkle. Now focus on Clarence. Orange card. Matt Canada gets a black flag. Oh, speeding in the pit lane. That's what I'm going to guess for Matt. For Michael. Sorry, Michael. I said Matt. Up front, Justin Taylor's taking the lead back again. From Chris Fenson. Unsafe pit entry. speed may not have been the only factor. It's all good. Matt Kennedy will learn. Learning experience. I hope he stays on the track. It's just a drive through. Unfortunate for Joe Phelps. Technical difficulties getting in the way. Doesn't want to risk ruining everybody's race. 35 as his black flag cleared. As he drives through. Michael Kennedy. Stopping over a minute and a half now. Driving across the yard of bricks, Eric Thaler has caught up with the lead duo. And now the godfather of Midwest Motorsports is making his presence known in the front. Lap 24 working on 1/4 of the way down, which means we're looking at pit stops in the next few laps. My guess is Justin Thaler in the 2 will come in 1 lap prior to everybody else, unless he's been able to save a significant amount of fuel. Not this time. All right, thanks for that. Little break, no change up front. 1, 2, 3. Justin Thaler, Chris Fenson, Eric Thaler working on the next pit stop. Any minute now. They stay out Chris Fenson in attack mode. We'll ride with Chris as he's looking inside, getting air into the radiator. Or is it the oil cooler? I forget which is on which side. But now we go side by side down the long back stretch. Here they come into turn 3. Is Chris Fenson going to go deep? Justin Thaler's going to keep him honest. Does he leave room? Does he allow him up? He slides up. Chris Fenson is a new leader once again. And they all come into the pits. Locks them up. Does Chris Fenson? Oh, that might be speeding. We'll see. Justin Thaler and Eric Thaler. Nose to tail. Brandon Thayer side by side with Dylan Fox. Everybody staying to the left so far. Remember, no pit lane speed limiters. This is all reading your clock. That leaves the 71 out as the leader. We'll see if he can get points for leading a lap. Not sure if he made it by the time the leaders came by. 77 of Kevin Mayer also in the fight. Brandon Cotton, known for saving fuel, being good on fuel. So far, nobody has taken tires on the first stop except Dylan Fox, who does. Now Kevin Mayer comes in, but Sean Cunningham Stays out. Nope, there he is. Sean Cunningham's in. And look at this. Eric Thaler beats Justin out of the pits. Their pit stop time was almost exactly the same. Oh, come on. We'll watch the stop and then we'll watch them come out. There it is. Oh, just in time. That was my point. It's all good. They're racing. But Eric barely beat out Justin. Justin went in reacting to Eric, and Eric gets the lead. Congratulations, Eric. He gets points for leading a lap in the 15 car. Eric Thaler is third in points, 7 points behind his brother Justin. Ty Williams in the 81 comes in as your leader. Ty is currently sixth position, so nice job so far for Ty. Qualified just barely inside the top 10. Dylan Fox and Kevin Mayer were the only ones to take tires. So we'll keep an eye on Dylan Fox's progress. Robert Olavison also takes tires. So Dylan Fox, where's Chris Vinson? Pretty far back. What happened to Chris? 47-second stop. I really want to find out what happened to him. I'll keep an eye on the rankings if something goes crazy between now and then. What on earth took Chris Vinson nearly a minute to get off pit road? One more time backwards around the bricks. So far, that's good. Saw him lock up coming in. Repairs, I'm guessing, from that. Yeah, there he is in the lead, but he locked him up hard. Here we are, is leading, slams on the brakes, all four tires lock up. He releases to try to get some slowdown. Now his left side's up, he's into the safer barrier. Could that cause the damage? I don't know if that was hard enough to cause any damage, but he decided to take his repairs. He is the first one, and he's on the pole, so he's able to take the inside lane. All right, well, Chris Benson, 47-second stop for some repairs. Luckily, he stayed on the lead lap. No change back up front, other than the fact that Brandon Thayer has lost some ground. So Eric leading Justin, the Thaler brothers, the founders of the league. Running 1 and 2, the Midwest Motorsports paint looks great. Thanks to Aaron Holroyd. I think he's the one that helped come up with that look. And Justin Thaler takes a little tighter line. Eric about a half a car up. Now Justin cools the engine on the other side. Nice arc. Onto the front straight we go. That's how you get through each end of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2.5 miles, Justin gets a good run. Not going to force a move on lap 33. More Aaron Holroyd. You think it was the Aaron Holroyd show? As he's attacking Landon Sprinkle now. Landon's been having a good time joining the Oval Series. We're glad he's decided to venture into the turning left. Been on the roadside for a while as well. Can't make up too much ground just yet. It's still early. Eric has pulled away a little bit from Justin now. And P3. Still Brandon Thayer, then Sean Cunningham in fourth. Ty Williams leading a train of 3 cars. 5, 6, and 7, Trevor Mack and Brandon Cotton. Then Landon Sprinkle and Aaron Holroyd. We got Norm Snyder, Kevin Mayer, Dylan Fox, and Chris Thaler. James Olavison, no man's land by himself. Robert Olavison in the 22 as well. Then Clarence Prince, then your pole sitter, Chris Fenson. Michael Canada's laps down. And it looks like Landon Sprinkle's decided to pit. On lap 35. Maybe he wants some tires. There he goes. Yep, he's taking tires. All right. This will be his 3rd stop as the leaders go by before Landon can get out. So Landon taking a big chance here, going a lap down. Let's see if he has to pay the price. Fastest lap of the race so far belongs to the 99 of Trevor McLaughlin. Currently 7th place. Trevor looking up at Brandon Cotton. From a pit lane start for Brandon Cotton to work his way up to 6th. Have to give him a lot of credit there. Nice job, Brandon. Still no chats, but I want to hear from you. Let me know, YouTube. What do you see? Who's it gonna be? Back up front, Sean Cunningham now. Getting around Brandon Thayer, and he does. Sean Cunningham in the 71. Had a couple good runs so far this season. Currently 7th in points. Won Talladega, if you remember, in that 0.00 finish. looking back over the Midwest Motorsports logo on his deck lid. That's pretty cool, Sean. Thanks for that. Looking back at Brandon Thayer in the 64. This is the closest battle on the track. Right now, Brandon Thayer trying to get his position back after Sean Cunningham took it last lap. There's the gap over the glorious Brickyard. And the leaders, Eric Thaler and Justin Thaler, across the yard of bricks, 3.2 million bricks it took to originally design this track. That's why they call it the Brickyard. Can you imagine running in 1911? The first Indy 500 on bricks, like cobblestones. No thank you. Jar your dental work loose. So many great races here as we got guys coming off. James Olavison, Brandon Thayer and Dylan Fox have pitted, along with Ty Williams. Now Eric and Justin come in. We'll see where that puts them. Afterwards, he's going to put Sean Cunningham in the lead if he stays out, and he does. So Sean Cunningham definitely gets points for leading the lap that time. Let's see if Eric continues to beat Justin off the pit lane. They both angle out the race for the lead. Right here, these guys were leading coming in anyway. Eric first, Justin drops the jacks and he's gone. All right, status quo. Now, we'll see where Sean Cunningham comes out as he makes his way down pit lane. Into our picture any second. There he goes. Anybody come with him? Yes. Brandon Cotton does. So teammates might team up on the way out, wait for each other and get a good drive. That puts Kevin Mayer out in the front to lead a lap. Good on you, Kevin. The first NASCAR Cup race was here in 1994. Look at this, Brandon Cotton. Oh, I thought he was going to be able to come out. He is in the mix again. It could be dangerous for everybody else, as Brandon Cotton now, from a pit lane start, has worked his way to the front, currently P6. We know he's super consistent. He has Sean Cunningham, just behind, not close enough to do any help yet. But that 44 of 100, everybody takes tires. Dylan Fox does not. Your front row starter, the P1 starter, Dylan Fox. Off sequence on tires, is still currently inside the top 10. Probably not going to make any progress this time, but we're still not past halfway. We are due to see them again. 15 to 18 laps. So we're looking at maybe around lap 60, lap 55 and lap 60. Landon Sprinkle came in at 34. All good. Here's Dylan Fox going around Kevin Mayer. Only mentioned lap 34 pit. He's a little bit out of sequence, but he's several laps down. All right, looks like a little bit of overcast coming in now. No longer the bright sun that we had at the start of the race. So the track temp might be changing. Dylan Fox is able to get away from Kevin Mayer, even though, Kevin Mayer had a long pit stop. Minute 19 on last lap. As now, I believe that's Aaron Holroyd getting by Kevin. He's on the hunt. Aaron Holroyd trying to chase down the pole sitter. Maybe that will bring him some good luck. Yeah, unfortunately, I talked about Landon Sprinkle. He's decided to retire from the race. Can't quite make it around. Dylan Fox has to go defense as they pass the pit entrance. Now Aaron looking for a way to fill up the mirrors. Maybe intimidate Dylan. I don't think Dylan is going to be intimidated easily. Again, Dylan does not have tires. Aaron Holroyd, the 73 touches the wall in the short chute, but Aaron has the tire advantage for sure, and that's going to help him out. Kevin Mayer also has pressure tires than Dylan, so Dylan might be a passenger on this freight train, as Aaron still has not completed the pass. All right, we'll see if we can get a good exit. Once again, the 61's tires are a good 15, 17 laps older than Aaron's in the 73. Anybody remember who won the very first Brickyard? You could be the winner. You chat us up. Tell us who you think won. Very first race. $1994 was the year. I'll check back in a couple minutes. Bonus if you give him the top 3. Come on, Aaron, you got to make this pass. Make it work on the exit. Here we go. Oh, Dylan into the safer barrier. Come on, cameras, catch up. Thank you. By the time they make it down the straightaway, there's Aaron Oldroyd to have it. Side by side, they go. Finally, Aaron's able to clear him. Aaron Oldroyd has to work hard for that one spot now, up to position 8. Halfway point. We are at the halfway point, and the battle for the lead is heating up. Ty Williams has caught up to Brandon Thayer, and the race is on at the halfway point. The Godfather leading the CEO of Midwest Motorsports, but they have company. Brandon Thayer in the 64, and Ty Williams in the 81. Look who's in 5th, Brandon Cotton. He's only 2 seconds back from that group ahead of him. You can almost see him. Brandon Cotton wants to reach out and touch him. Not quite yet. Clarence Prince drops down low to let the leaders go. Thank you, 83. We appreciate you. Thank you, Clarence. We have Clarence. Leaders go by. Race for the lead is on. Four cars race past them, Brandon Cotton. Then the lap car of Clarence Prince and Sean Cunningham. Into the wall on the exit. Overcast clouds have definitely rolled in. Brandon Thayer slips up half a lane. Ty Williams knows he's holding him up a little bit. It's time for Ty Williams to go. When is he going to make a move? He's not going to be dirty about it, but when it's time, it's time. Riding on the helmet. Riding with him. Ty Williams looking up at Brandon Thayer. Nice and smooth inputs, no correction from Ty Williams. You can see the difference in speed as Ty rolls in the throttle on exit. Now he gets a good run out of the turn here. Let's see if he can make a move. Get in the slipstream as he's coming down the front stretch. Fills up the mirrors. Not quite close enough just yet. Oh, it's got to be so frustrating to be patient. Right now, lap 54. At least 2 stops remaining. We only have 1 set of tires left in the pits. And Justin Taylor's trying to figure out a way to get around his brother Eric and Ty Williams that we're riding with, trying to figure out how to get a way around Brandon Thayer. Everybody else is over second gap, so we're not going to go away from this race right here. Once again, the clouds continue to creep in. 4-way race. Trying to get all 4 of them in the shot at once. Not quite. Ty Williams is just behind. Oops. Ty Williams comes into the pits. Thought he disappeared. All right, let's see if the undercut works. Ty took tires last time. I don't think he's going to take tires this time. Dylan Fox drops down low. Thanks, Dylan. We see you. Oh, that's not Dylan. That's going to be Olafison. So the leaders are coming by. Olafison goes high. Eric. And the 3 cars go by, and that is Brandon Thayer who comes into the pits. So the Thayer brothers stay out. Aaron Olroy comes in, does not take tires. Brandon Thayer took tires last time. I'm assuming he's not going to take tires this time. But if I remember correctly, this is where Dylan Fox, who is now 1 lap down, will take tires. We'll see if he gets his lap back. That's unfortunate. Go off strategy just a little bit for Dylan. He's going to have to make it the rest of the way on 1 set. All right, we'll see if the Thaylors come in. They do. He's going to give Brandon Cotton the 5 car. Eric locks up on his way in. Brandon Cotton gets credit for leading a lap. Much needed points. There's Brandon Cotton in the standings. Oh, we're going to need to drop the time. Exactly where he is because he missed a race recently. Chris Taylor's slow. What happened to Chris? Oh, he gets into it. Is that Ty Williams? Oh my goodness. It is. Chris Taylor in the 7, Ty Williams in the 81 black car. Ty Williams gives him plenty of room. I believe this is the short chute. Could be wrong. Oh, Ty Williams comes up right as Chris Taylor's coming down. That is awkward. What? No, it's on a backstretch. Not sure what Ty was expecting Chris to do or what Chris was thinking of Ty, but Chris did come down a little bit, but I'm not sure. Here it is in real time. Oh. Maybe trying to get a side draft. It wasn't a short chute. One more time in real time. Then I'll let it go, but I'm not sure. I mean, of course, it's just incidental, but it looks like he just came down just to get off the wall a little bit. He's on the wall is closing in. I don't know. Racing deals, I guess. Kevin Mayer, your current leader, now comes into pit. That's going to allow a really nice lock up there. Brandon Thayer in front of Eric Thaler on Merritt. Brandon Thayer pitted 1 lap earlier than Eric and Justin. And we have a new leader, Brandon Thayer. Brandon Thayer in the 64 is your leader. Came out at speed by the time the 15 and the 2 came out. 64 is in front. And don't look now, I told you not to count out Brandon Cotton. He is in the mix. Simply amazing, and he does it over and over and over again. Justin Taylor had an 8-second stop, 8.02. As the race goes on, Brandon Cotton at 7.8, so 2 tenths there. Brandon Thayer 7.6, so 4 tenths for Brandon Thayer as far as time stopped. Here we go. Eric Thaler looking on the inside of Brandon Cotton. This is for the race lead. Not Brandon Cotton, Brandon Thayer. Sorry about that, Brandon. Both Brandons. Didn't mean to insult either one of you. Unless you take it as a compliment. It's all good. Both Brandons are good in that way. And we're racing with 40 laps to go. Justin Taylor trying to get a 2-for-1. He pops out. Into turn 1 they go. Last second. Kind of surprised Brandon Thayer. That's what you have to do, surprise him. Luckily, Brandon Thayer was wise enough. He's going to allow Ty Williams in 81. There he goes. Right there to catch back up after that fiasco, I would call it, with Chris Thaler in the 7. Who knows where 81 would have been in this mix. And the 15 of Eric Thaler now has stretched out to over a second lead of 0.6. Okay. Justin Taylor's going to try Brandon Thayer into turn 1 again. Going to leave room on the exit of the short chute. Really difficult to do. It's going to allow the 15 to slip even further away. Thayer touches the wall. Holds him up like Brandon Cotton's going to do. If Justin gets by, is Brandon Cotton going to sneak in as well? Brandon rolls out of the throttle. See if he gets a run in the short chute that he can carry on to the exit. Roll it on speed. Brandon Cotton, watch this third car in line. He chooses Brandon Thayer. Maybe he gives him a push. That's going to leave Justin Thaler nowhere to go. Brandon Thayer stays in line. And don't look now. The 81 of Ty Williams is back in the fight. This is Midwest Motorsports. Cup Series racing at its best. The Godfather is pulled away. 1.3 seconds now. There now, Eric Thaler's in our battle box fight. We lost Ty Williams, but we can see he's right there. Brandon Cotton cutting it close. On the exit, his teammate Ty Williams might look to take advantage. He lifts just enough. Killer racing here in Midwest Motorsports Cup Series. Justin Taylor's trying to figure out a way to get around. Here he does on the inside now. He's tried it twice before. Both even on tires. These are a set of scrubs. They've already have one run on them. This is the second stint on the tires. Lap 66, 2/3 of the race complete. 33 laps to go. You can throw a blanket over second through fifth. Justin Thayer still trying to find a way about Brandon Thayer. Good on you, Thayer, for holding your own here. So hard. Finally, Justin Thayer is able to slide up in front of Thayer. And now Brandon Cotton wants the inside of Thayer too. With Ty Williams in the 81 lurking behind. Justin Thayer had to earn that spot, and now Brandon Cotton is under the same medicine. Brandon Thayer takes a wider line on the entry, 2 car lengths up. Makes it a little easier for Brandon Cotton, I should say. Now Ty Williams' turn. Kevin Mayer and Chris Vinson, Bass Pro Shop, and Chris Vinson, the black car with the white stripes. I'm sorry, with the red stripes behind. Coming up on Dylan Fox. They both get by Dylan. Chris Vinson, black car with the red stripes. And Kevin Mayer, the Bass Pro Shops car, side by side. This is for position. Chris Vinson on the outside, 9th and 10th place. Oh, he's up high. Does he wash out into the wall? The outside, it's going to get Kevin Mayer a better run down the long back stretch, but not by much, just barely. The 61, Dylan Fox, front row starter. A lap down, can't do it. So I think Chris Vinson finally gets some separation. And back up front, Ty Williams drops into the pits. Let Sean Cunningham go by. Battle between Justin Thayer, Brandon Cotton, and Brandon Thayer come up on Norm Snyder in the 28, who drops down low. The Avalon car. Norm lets him by. I don't know if Brandon Thayer's going to get a clean right around. Good on you, Norm. Into the pits, your leader, second and third. Go, Bob. That leaves Brandon Cotton out once again. Let's see if the overcut can put him any more spots ahead, as now it's go time for Brandon Cotton. Lap 71, we're going to have one more stop after this. So put your tires on now if you got them. Ty Williams put his on. 14.88 for his stop. Eric Thaler is going to be the first one to stop, 15.03. There we go. There's the time stopped in the pits. The top four have not stopped yet. Brandon Cotton stays out for another lap. Chris Vinson now comes in. The race is on. We're looking at your leader, Brandon Cotton. Nice and smooth all the way around. Now he decides to come in. Backs it down. Gets a perfect line into the pit lane. This is where the time is made and lost. Getting in pit lane, hitting your speed limiter, getting the speed limit just right. As we'll see if Kevin Mayer decides to come in for his stop. Otherwise, it's going to be Eric Thaler and Brandon Thayer. Kevin Mayer still staying out so far. We just had a swap for the lead as the Thalers are going back and forth. Eric and Brandon Thayer. This battle is on. Let's go. We got to see some more of this. What happened? The Thaler brothers were already out. And they come across the line. Brandon Thayer is right behind Eric Thaler in the 15. 15 into the wall, maybe? Nope. This is how it happened. Big time into the safer barrier. And that's all it took. We're going to watch it one more time. One, two, three, and four. Justin Thaler was caught behind Brandon Thayer, but Eric Thaler up front. Bam, into the wall hard. That lets Brandon Thayer and Justin Thaler and Ty Williams back into the fight as well. Eric Thaler trying to hold on after making that mistake in the safer barrier. Brandon Thayer taking advantage of every opportunity that comes. Justin Thaler goes high. Ty Williams tucks in beneath. And we have a four-way battle for the lead as Brandon Cotton is in the pit lane. Two-lap overcut. We'll see where he plays out. I'm going to keep rolling from here. Eric Thaler keeping Brandon Thayer honest. There's Brandon Cotton down low, working his way out of the pits. On the service lane. This is the race for the lead. Brandon Thayer in front. Clarence Prince in the orange car down low is a lap car. Brandon Cotton couldn't quite keep up. But Brandon Thayer still on the inside of the 15 of Eric Thaler. Justin Thaler's got a front row seat to this action, this battle in front of him. They finally single file out. And the race is on. Justin Thaler looking on the inside of Ty Williams. Can't make it stick. The Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The layout looks super simple. 4 90-degree corners, right? No big deal. Yeah, right. Look at Ty Williams on the inside of Brandon Thayer. Justin Thaler comes out, gives him a little push. Eric Thaler in the 15 is your lead car. even after hitting the safer barrier wall. This is how it plays out. Brandon Thayer doing a great job, but not quite as fast as Eric, but just fast enough to keep the other cars behind him. Of course, Brandon Thayer's 100% entitled to keep as much of the track position as he can. Maybe he's saving a little tires, driving just fast enough to stay ahead, but not cook his tires as they go around the 9 car of James Olavison. That gives Brandon Cotton a little bit of a run. Now he can catch back up to Ty Williams. And we're back live. There's the pit times. Eric Thaler in the 15 car took 15 exactly seconds. Ty Williams now on the inside of Justin Thaler. Can he make it stick? Brandon Thayer up ahead and Brandon Cotton right behind. With 24 laps to go, one pit stop. Who's it going to be? The race is on. Brandon Thayer in front of Ty Williams and Justin Thaler. 81 and the 2 side by side. The Castrol number 2. Justin Thaler comes out of turn 4. Look at Brandon Cotton in 5th place, getting a double draft. Is he going to be able to take advantage? He pushes the 81 in front of the 2. Now the 2 stays in front of the 5. And that's not going to work for Justin Thaler. Oh, he sees that. Eric Thaler out almost a second now over P2, Brandon Thayer. Great race for the 64. These top 5 are within 2 seconds of each other. No change. Ty Williams in front of Justin Thaler. Incredible. It's not over yet. One more stop. Ty Williams has taken over the third spot. Is he going to be able to keep it? Justin Taylor wants it back. You know he does. Side by side, Ty Williams wants to take over the spot from Brandon Thayer in the 64. Justin Taylor follows Brandon Thayer on the outside. Brandon Thayer goes in to help Ty Williams draft, but Justin Taylor's having none of it as he cuts him off. Brandon Thayer goes back up to the outside line. Now, with fresh tires, this is going to work. Next stint, it's not, because of the aero push you'll get on older tires. Ty Williams trying to decide how to get around Justin Taylor. Eric Thaler, Brandon Thayer, Justin Taylor gets around Ty Williams, who comes into the pit. So Ty Williams, once again, comes in early. Can definitely go to the end by now, 17 laps. No tires, just fuel. But the race is on. 4 cars now that Ty Williams has dropped in for his final pit stop. All clean so far. Justin Taylor inside the 64 of Brandon Thayer. Brandon Cotton might be saving fuel. That final stop, remember, he's overcut twice. 2 laps over. Now all 3 come in and Brandon Cotton stays out. Just as I mentioned, let's see if a 3-lap overcut is enough. Eric Thaler, Brandon gets a little lockup, but he's in front of Justin Taylor. How is this going to play out? And where is Ty Williams? And all this, Ty Williams was the first. Oh no. Yep, okay. 7.6 pit stop. No problem. Let's see where the Thaylors come out. Brandon Thayer beats Eric off the pit again. Brandon Thayer, 7.6 seconds. Drops the jack and he's off. And there's Ty Williams in the 81. Is Ty Williams going to be able to take over? No, he's further back than I thought. But he is at speed as they come onto the back stretch. Justin Taylor in the Castrol Dark Horse might get passed by Ty Williams as they come out of the line. Justin Taylor's going to be beating the steering wheel right now. Eric Thaler's in front of Ty, but not in front of Brandon Thayer. Give the 64 some credit. As the 64 of Brandon Thayer is your leader. Chris Vincent comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now where's Brandon Cotton? still has not pitted. So a huge overcut for Brandon Cotton, who now finally comes in. The race is on for Brandon Cotton as he makes it down to this pit lane speed just barely. Brandon Thayer is your leader. He's got the godfather of Midwest Motorsports in front. I mean, right behind. Eric Thaler in the 15 looks under the 64. Brandon Thayer, this is for the lead. The virtual lead. We'll see where Brandon Cotton comes out when he's done with his pit stop. But Brandon Thayer in the 64 does a great job once again of holding the outside lane as fast as he can and hard as he can. Thanks to everybody for joining us for the last 13 laps. The Midwest Motorsports, the top 5. We're in the final pit stop as Ty Williams in the 81 gets slideways coming off. And there's Brandon Cotton. Is he going to come out in front? Do they have enough momentum? They're up to speed already. Top 2, top 3 get by. Does Justin Thaler also get by? Is he going to be held back? The race for 5th is on. Brandon Cotton has to slide behind Justin Thaler. So that 3-lap overcut may have sent him back a little bit. But we have a great race. Eric Thaler, the godfather of Midwest Motorsports, is up on Sean Cunningham in the 71. Nope, that's Chris Thaler, the grandfather of Midwest Motorsports. The 7 car stays out of the way. Thank you, Chris. You can throw a blanket over the top 5. This is how it's been for the last 3 pit cycles. We're now on old tires, no tires remaining on the floor, as Brandon Thayer works hard to avoid hitting the safer barrier on the outside. That's going to slow his run up. Off of the exit, does Ty Williams have enough speed to get by? Brandon Thayer holds enough, just enough momentum to keep him behind. The race is on. Who do you got? You can throw a blanket over the top 5. Eric Thaler has been fast all night. Brandon Thayer has won track position off pit lane at least twice, maybe 3 times. Ty Williams worked a 2-lap undercut to get position. The top 5 are still right here. Eric Thaler, once he gets out front, is able to prove that he can pull a lead. Now that we're on older tires, the track evolution is the best it can get. Brandon Thayer, is he holding Ty Williams up? I don't think so. Justin Thaler and Brandon Cotton are going for it. Remember, Brandon Cotton started in the pit lane. He did have the competition caution to reset, but still has to work his way through all of the field. 19 cars. It started. And now he is inside Justin Thaler. And these guys are dropping back from the top 3. The top 3 are getting away. You're not going to catch them going side by side with 10 to go. Eric Thaler crosses the yard of bricks one more time. He's got, I believe that's Dylan Fox up ahead. The last car on the lead lap. Robinson stays high. Thank you, James. Or Robert. Yes, James. Eric Thayer might get a little pull, might get a little slipstream off of Dylan Fox here. It's only going to help him. Eric Thayer, the race for second is on between Brandon Thayer, Ty Williams gets him. So move Ty Williams up a spot. Brandon Thayer wants it back with 8 laps to go. Does Eric Thayer have the consistency to stay out front? He's proven that he does. Up to this point, as long as there's no more pit stops. 15 should be okay. Ty Williams going to get a little pull. Now it's his turn to get a little draft off the 61. Just hold your line, let Ty go around you. There you go. Brandon Thayer wants around also. He goes inside. Nice job, Dylan. We appreciate it. Got Brandon Cotton behind you next. But Ty Williams in second has let Eric Thayer in the 15 pull away. 1.2 seconds now is the gap. 7 laps to go, working on the 6th to go mark. And it's on, Jack. Eric Thayer 1.1 now over Ty Williams. 3rd place, Brandon Thayer. And Brandon Cotton has caught up. How badly does Brandon Cotton want to get in the announcing booth for the 3rd place interviews? I know it's not first, but we haven't talked to Brandon Cotton in a while. Riding with Brandon Cotton, looking up at Brandon Thayer. Six to go. Coming up on 5 to go. Can Brandon do it? Brandon Cotton looking around. They've caught up to Ty Williams now. The fog has cleared. And this is the race for second. Eric Thayer is 1.3 seconds up the road. Ty Williams, Brandon Thayer, and Brandon Cotton. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Don't forget Ty Williams has been in the grass earlier today as well. Got a little run in with the number 7. So a great comeback. '71 will never give up. 4 laps to go now. Brandon Cotton slips up. Brandon Thayer slips up the road. I was looking at the timing screen. What happened? How did they get around Ty Williams? '64, do they touch? Ty Williams goes high. Brandon Thayer, yep, gives him a little nudge, trying to help him out. Brandon Cotton gets a 2-for-1 sail. Brandon Thayer up high on Ty Williams now. They push. Brandon Cotton says, I'll take it. Brandon Thayer slips up in front of Ty Williams. So Ty Williams loses 2 spots. in the last 3 laps. Brandon Cotton from pit lane start all the way up to second after the little contact there from Ty Williams. You can never count these guys out. Eric Thaler crosses the line right behind Kevin Mayer. The Bass Pro Shop 77. He's got 1.7 seconds to give. And Ty Williams, Justin Thaler and Ty Williams going at it. Ty Williams going the wrong way. A 3-lap undercut and they touch just barely. Justin Thaler comes back up to keep Ty Williams tied up against the wall. No contact there. Ty Williams going the wrong way. This definitely has championship implications. Ty Williams and Justin Thaler are really close, I think 7 points apart. That battle continues, but up front it's all Eric Thaler. A 1 second gap now. Back to Brandon Cotton as he's working on Aaron Holroyd. Coming to the checkered flag. Eric Thaler's going to use Aaron Holroyd to pull him. A little draft. Hopefully it doesn't take too much air off the nose, but I believe all is said and done. As Eric Thaler is going to make his way across the line. Yard of bricks. The winner goes to Eric Thaler in the 15. Second place, Brandon Cotton from starting in the pit lane. Third place, Brandon Thayer. Absolutely incredible. Justin Thaler holds his spot in front of Ty Williams, who has to be frustrated with fourth. Sean Cunningham in fifth and sixth. Trevor Mack with a not a bad finish of seventh. But up front, it's all Eric Thaler. As Brandon Cotton comes to give him a thumbs up. Eric Thaler is your winner in the Midwest Motorsports colors. Seven points behind Justin Thaler coming in, and 25 behind Ty Williams in the championship. So lots to play for as this season has only 5 races remaining. What a great run. We'll let him cool down a little bit. I'll post up the final results. Or try to. There we go. Eric Thaler, Brandon Cotton, and Brandon Thayer round out the top 3. Justin Thaler in 4th, Ty Williams, unfortunate to finish 5th after undercutting a couple of laps all day. Maybe the tires or at the end of the race, but the top 5, you could throw a blanket on them. Almost the last half of that entire race. Sean Cunningham, another teammate, comes in 6th. Trevor Mack, P7. Chris Fenson, P8. Aaron Holroyd, nice top 10 for him. And Kevin Mayer, good to see him in the 77 Bass Pro Shops inside the top 10. That's how they round out. Third place is Brandon Thayer after running well all night. Incredible pit stops by his pit crew. Brandon Thayer's James in the booth. You got me?
I sure do, James.
Man, what a great race. You had to be on the edge of your seat the whole time, at least the last half of that race. You guys were racing so close. Talk me through it.
Oh yeah, it was a real close one. That whole top five, it honestly, I think it could have been anybody's race. Eric did a great job of getting the jump whenever like second or third would start kind of tussling a bit and getting a nice lead. But yeah, I really I didn't expect that one to be so fun. Honestly, that was an absolute blast. I'm really proud of all my pit stops. To be honest with you, this is the first race in a while that I don't think I've gone past my box at any point in time. But yeah, I had some really good pit ins and pit outs, so I was able to keep up with that lead pack after that first stop of me being a bit slow during the green flag run. But it was an absolute blast.
Is that something you've been practicing or just experience over time? Because it seems like you guys came in all together. May have been third in line. They dropped the jacks, and by the time you get to the commitment line, you're in front of all three of them that you came in behind. Going in, the pit stops stationary time was exactly the same. So that's all driver coming down pit road, getting in and out of your box.
Yeah, it's honestly just been getting that experience, getting that practice over time. It's an issue that's plagued me for ages. Is I would just lock it up and go past my box, but I've been getting a lot better than that. Excuse me, and yeah, I mean it's definitely paid off so far.
Right on. 5 races remaining. You're definitely a contender. I want some more of this. I want this Brandon Thayer to show up every week. All right.
Sounds good to me. And big congrats on Brandon and Eric on their wonderful finishes as well.
Yeah, darn right. Up next is Brandon Cotton, who started in pit lane, remind you. Okay, the competition caution might have give you a reset to get to the tail of the line, but you still had to work through everybody. Congratulations on making it back up to second, Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, James. It's a tough place to pass here at Indy for sure.
Yeah, it is. Well, you made it look easy, man. Also, some pit strategy. I saw you going probably 2 laps longer than everybody every time. That's something you planned on as well.
Oh, not really. I wasn't shifting on those first until after the last pit stop. I never shifted down to fourth, and that helped me save a little bit. But just trying to make up a little bit of ground every stop. And I think after the competition caution, we had pit stops around lap 25, and I was able to get from 13th up to 7th on that stop. And it seemed like every pit stop I was gaining just a little bit every single time, and I just ran out of time by the end of the race to catch the 15. He was ahead most of the day.
Yeah, it's great racing though, and especially those last 3 laps. You want to talk about that final time with the 81 and the 64, both kind of. I don't think they touched. I think the 64 may have got a little scrape with the wall or something, and you were able to get them both.
Yeah, it got real tight there for a minute. We came out of turn one, and I saw the 81 kind of drift up. He got a little loose, and it slowed him up enough that it checked the 64 up, and I was able to get them both there. And at that point, I think I was about 2 seconds behind the 15, and I knew if I ever got in the draft, I had a chance to catch him. And I think on that last lap, I got it to zero point 0.8 seconds, so I was just on the borderline of catching it, but I never could get there.
That's right. Ran out of laps, but man, great show tonight, Brandon. I'm glad you're here. I know you missed one, but yeah, like I said, welcome back. I'm glad to have you in the field, and I'll keep animating these races, man. It's a great race tonight. Good job.
Sounds great. Thanks, James.
That's Brandon Cotton. And up next, your winner in the Midwest Motorsports colors, puts it in victory lane, Eric Thaler. Congratulations, Eric. You had to work for that one.
Hey, James. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. And definitely did have to work for that one. It was quite the race there once the tires got a little wear on them, and I was trying to fend off Cotton there at the end. He was coming quick, but thankfully we got it done.
I saw you going side by side. Well, the first part of the race, you and Justin were kind of, I don't want to say you were racing each other hard, but man, one little bobble and he would have got around you. You know, he would have taken it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun battling Justin and battling Brandon there for a while, and the race all around was definitely fun, definitely clean, and we didn't prepare much for it, but we did come out victorious, so that's okay.
That's right. nowhere else better to finish. You only have to lead one lap, but you led a whole lot of laps tonight. Third in the points coming in. Justin Taylor was just ahead of you by 7 points, I believe. So 5 races left. A lot to play for in this championship. You got your eyes on the prize?
Yeah, man, we'll see what happens. You know, there's a few races that are a few tracks coming up that are a little questionable for me, but you know, we'll see if we can get a better run at going up towards P2, maybe even get a run towards P1. But you know, we do have some drops coming around and things that might mix up the top 5 or so. But you know, time will tell here once we hit about 4 to go.
That's right. Well, congratulations, Eric. Look forward to talking more about it on the cool down lap tomorrow night at 8 p.m. For everybody tuning in, don't forget, podcast, we talk about all 3 leagues. We'll come on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Don't miss it. Until then, congratulations, Eric.
Yeah, man. Thanks, James. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And thanks for all you members out there. Appreciate you guys.
That's right. Thanks to all the Midwest Motorsports admins for making this league great. I'm James J., reminding you to stay in your lane.
And I approve of this message.